First off, let's talk about the creaking. As you see, this mob is perfect. Its asymmetricity, its texture, all of the little pixels hanging off, it's just so good. This is the perfect texture ever. It's very creepy. Only thing is, it does like no damage. Easy and normal, it only does 1 heart of damage. On hard, only 1.5. So, yeah, it's very easy to defeat. And you could definitely defeat it with some leather armor and a wooden axe. I've done it. But they spawn from these creaking hearts, which, as you see, this is a deactivated and this is a activated. You activating it from putting it between 2 pale oak logs. And they can be sideways and they can be activated sideways. And when you destroy them, as you see, they die. And when you spawn them with, when they're naturally spawned with one of these, they can only die from destroying this. But ones that are spawned with a spawn egg are very weak. So first, as we see, we have our pale oak log. It looks very nice. I really like the bark texture. It does look like a willow tree, and the white wood is very good. And then, of course, we have the wood variant, which is it with all the bark. Pretty nice. And then this, I really like these strip logs. It looks like marble, and it just works really well. This would blend with a lot of things, like quartz and lots of modern builds. And, of course, you have the all-around version with none of this square stuff in it. And then you have the planks, the stairs, and the slabs, which they have different uses from birch. And birch is kind of a yellowish. This is more white. And so it's easier to see how bright they are during the daytime. As you see, they are very bright. And the door, these giant hinges, are just great. And then, of course, you have the button, the pressure plate, the signs, the boats. They're not much. But the sapling, it looks pretty good. I like how it's hunched over and with the nice moss dripping down. We have the pale oak leaves, which they look different from other leaves. This biome does not look like a copy of the dark oak. We have all this moss and stuff. It does, when you're walking through it, definitely does not look like dark oak. And then the pale moss. It looks like a slightly bluish, desaturated moss, because it has pretty much the same texture, but it's pretty nice. And then the carpets, these are special. As you see, they have little things growing on the side. And they can go up to 2 blocks tall, or they can be 1 block tall. And I think that's pretty cool. And as you see, you can just destroy the top part if you don't want that. And then we have this hanging moss, which looks really nice. You can't climb it, unfortunately. It's just decoration, but it looks pretty nice. And then even the water in this biome, it's got sort of like a grayish tint to it. Same with the sky. Makes it very eerie. Not as much during the day, even though they have the gray sky, which doesn't really affect anything during the night. It's still not very eerie during the day. But then when it gets to become nighttime, it can get pretty eerie. And these guys, they can be creepy. It's just they don't really do anything. As you see, I can kind of just sit here, and their attacks are so far spread out and so little damaging that it really doesn't even mean much. Okay, now that there's 2 of them. But I think they should do more damage, and this would make it a lot scarier. Because as you see, they're on my screen, but they're not, because they're right there, they're not doing much. And that's one of them. And then this guy's is over here. And keep in mind, I have leather armor here. So, with like iron armor, they're gonna do practically nothing that's damaging and actually worthwhile. And I've done some testing on these guys. When you spawn them, they don't attack any mobs. In Minecraft Live, they said that they would be able to defend your base. They don't. They attack you, which is kind of unfortunate, because that would be cool to have them defending your base. And I really like how there's typically not a lot of mobs here, because it adds to the eeriness. But it's kind of hard to find one this big. I had to go through like 8 of these biomes to find one that was big enough so a bunch of mobs can consistently climb in there. As you see, these biomes typically spawn on mountains. They almost always spawn on mountains from what I can see. And they can be pretty large. Or I've seen one that was small as just 4 trees. So they can be very big or very, very small. Overall, I think this is really good. Only problem is it's easier to survive in than just normal nighttime. I think that the attack damage should be buffed to at least 6 damage points, because 2 and 3 are just not enough to actually cause it to be scary or too eerie. But it's pretty good. I really like the textures throughout here. The only thing is, it doesn't really have a reason to go here. And while I don't think that's too bad, because I really like it when the Minecraft has atmospheric things and just things for decoration that don't specifically need a purpose. Like copper is there to be a decoration. It doesn't have any other purpose. This biome seems like one of those, though being in its own update, this update, besides for the bundle, doesn't really have too much purpose in it. But then again, it's just one of the smaller ones. So this update should be coming out soon. In an article, they told us it was a winter update. So you can probably expect it around December in the winter, would be my guess when it's dropping. But anyways, remember to like, subscribe. This is Colemine, and until next time, goodbye.